Hey folks, welcome back to techgooch, and I'm back with another drone video. This again on my Mavic Pro Platinum. Now this is actually going to be a video that relates directly to the Mavic Pro or the Mavic Pro Platinum because they both basically have the same camera. These are some filters, some ND filters, neutral density filters from the guys over at Skyreat. Now this is something that you can purchase on Amazon. I will have the link at the top of the description, but it does come in this nice protective case. If I was to make a recommendation for Skyreat, reduce the size of this case, please, because there is a ton of airspace and my bag space is of high value. So I actually take these out of this case and I have another case that I put them in because this is huge. But I do appreciate them actually shipping this case with them. So enough with that little rant. I'm going to actually bring you in a little bit so we can actually show you how they actually place onto the actual Mavic Pro's camera itself. But it does come with a UV filter. It comes with an ND4, ND8, and an ND16. So there are some varying darkness levels of the neutral density filter. So depending on the light, everything like that. Obviously, if you're really not used to using ND filters, I highly recommend watching some videos on that as well. Here on YouTube, there's lots of videos out there. But that said, let's bring the camera in so you can actually see how they actually go on the actual Mavic Pro. So within the actual item here, I'm just going to go ahead and take just one of these out. This is, in this case, this one's the ND8. It is written right on the side of it. ND4, ND16 I'll also say it as well. And on the actual Mavic Pro, we're going to first take off the protective cover, and then we have the camera gimbal shown. I leave the actual gimbal holder on case because it does give a little bit of stability. So when you're actually pushing this on, you're actually going to push this on the camera. It does give you some stability in that regard. Now, I do like to actually use a cleaning tool to make sure that not only is there free of dust and everything, but there's no fingerprints on the camera because anything's going to accentuate. And I also usually do it on the actual lens, or the filter itself. And then after you're done, you can actually do it on the actual outside as well. So just make sure that you have everything free and clear of debris. And then we just actually take this, place it over, and then pushing around the camera, you push on it. Now, of course, if you don't actually have the protective holder, you're going to want to have two hands on this to actually put some pressure on it and then make sure that actually covers all the way around evenly, and then we're set. And then you can actually remove the gimbal holder and then you're ready to fly. It's not going to impede the gimbal at all. It's going to fly as normal. And then to remove, it's basically the exact opposite. We're going to actually place, I like to actually put the traveling gimbal holder in place. This time you definitely want to grab onto the gimbal, and then you just want to grab it from the sides. I don't know if I'm doing a very good justice here showing you, but you're just going to lift straight off. And that's that. I have never had these wiggle loose on their own. I've never had any problems with them at all. The filters from Skyreat, in my opinion, have done just as good as any other filter I've ever used or I've seen anybody else use. So that's those. Like I said, if you actually purchase these on Amazon, they're sitting at around $50 right now. They're pretty sweet, to be honest. They work fantastic. The other accessory that I do recommend, if you don't have, is definitely one of these guys, or if not a lens pen, something that will actually help you clean the lens before you actually put another lens on top of it. Because anything you have in there will just, you're not going to get the perfect shot if you don't make sure that your lens stays clean. So this is what I always keep in my toolbox, is at least one or two different lens pens. They're fantastic. But that said, that's not a plug for them. I guess maybe it is. But that's the ND filters from Skyreat. Like I said, check out the link below. If you have any other questions or comments, please post those below. Subscribe to the channel, share the video, and as always, we'll catch you on a future video. Stay tuned.